Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have round 4 of the Set Championship at the Portal down in Manchester, Connecticut. Today we are playing up against Amber Steel Aggro, and with Blurple, this is a pretty fun matchup for us. I always think it goes 50-50, but we do have a lot that can outvalue. With 3 Monstros in our deck and 4 Hades, we really want to see our opponent go wide and just turn sideways, especially late game when we can just throw that Monstro down and just completely wipe out their board. So our opponent really does have to watch out for Monstros here, as with any other aggro deck needs to watch out for against the purple deck. Foxes also come in handy for us a lot here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I made any misplays, if there was any lines that you guys saw that I might not have seen. Get right into the video. Peace. So our opponent rolls a 6 here, or we roll a 6, and our opponent rolls a 5. So we do win the dice roll here, which is great to see. Love being able to go first against a deck like this that is, like I said earlier, I think is a very 50-50 matchup.
It just feels so good.
So
Good luck, let's do it. Yeah, thank you. Good luck.
yeah, our opponent was talking to us about double sleeve cards and how we both really enjoy them. Here in our mulligan, we have our 1-drop, 2-drop, plus our 3-drop, basically. I like to think of our genies as 3 drops after our ramp. So we do have a pretty good curve going into game 1, which is nice to see, and we get to go first. The only thing is we don't have a bell to play with our popsicle, but we do have we got our curve.
Cool.
As good as a card as Monstro is, having it this early in the game is kind of just free ink. As long as our opponent remembers that we inked one of them, knows how many we have. Right, Cinderella coming down on turn 1 indicates they may have songs in their hand. So playing Tipo down can kind of just get a shot down right away, but you know, you gotta do what we gotta do. Gotta ramp somehow. Debate inking the popsicle here, just because we got a lot of other draw in our hand. We'll be drawing next turn, but we decided to keep it and ink something else instead. Piglet coming down, and Cindy is going to sing Storm. So now we find our sale. A little late for it, but we'll still be able to set up a board here. We do pull another Hades, which is good. So we're going into our turn 5 play. We're hoping to see an Elsa in the next coming plays to help take out the Piglet. Ooh, now we got 2 Piglets on the board. Cindy sings Strength. We are not looking good. Opponent gets up to 3. So our opponent's representing 9 lower on board right now, getting them up to 12 next game. So we need to start putting in some work here, or else we're going to be in for a treat. So we got goat plus popsicle. Pass. Not much else we can do. We're going to try and set up for a fox play here. If we don't get shot down again. It's me and a daisy. And they're just going to quest up to 12.
12.
Okay, I was thinking of Bruno, and I'm like, I'm just kidding.
This one?
We'll play it out for a little bit, but we don't got many options here.
I was just like, there's nothing I could do.
Opponent still has 7 on board.
4, 5, 6, 7. Pass.
So we're just going to pass and say, hey, you don't got any instant lore, so we're safe for one more turn. Even then, we have 6 ink. All we can do, we can't even play a Mantra next turn, so this game's pretty much chalked. So we can see the power of Amber Steel and how fast they can go against our deck. But if we get a good start and they miss some of their songs, we can do a lot of damage to the Amber Steel. And they hit our Finder's Keepers, putting us right in the bottom of the deck. So we're just going to scoop and go to game 2.
Not taking damage because of the captain. Yeah. That's what I want.
Next game?
Alright, let's do it.
You know, even though we saw the writing on the wall, we definitely still want to play to all of our outs, just in case. Again, I don't think there was any out that we had to that situation, but play it out like there is. We have plenty of time in this game, so we're just going to go into round 2. We're going to hope that we have a little bit of a better start than we did this time and hope our opponent doesn't find all of their songs with their Cindy. We got 2 Monstros in our opening hand. This is not looking good. But we have our 1-drop and our 2-drop. We're going to take a 3-drop as well. We're going to keep the Fox in hand just in case of...
Alright, get started whenever you're ready.
Let's see, we will.
I haven't seen it. You guys
So our opponent does play Rhino turn 1, which does scare us a little bit, but we are ready for a Rhino on turn 2 with our Fox. So basically with the Fox in hand and a 1-drop on the board, it means that we are able to bounce something back to play the Fox, swing into the Rhino, put 2 damage on it, and then take it out with our Tipo that's 1-drop, if it comes down. But usually when people play Rhino on turn 1 over anything else, they're typically going to be shifting. And we see that he's inking his other 2-drop, so kind of telegraphed here that we're getting a Rhino. But he is debating on if he wants to play it or not. So we'll see. See where it goes. Yep. Just as we drew it up, Rhino coming down, and he is just going to quest for 2. No songs, no nothing, just straight aggro. And I do think as the Amber Steel player that can be a misplay because you do see that the the setup for the Fox is on the board. It is hard to take out one of these rhinos, so making Blurple have to have all 3 cards on board to be able to answer it is kind of tough. But we do have the perfect setup here. We can quest with our Diablo first, play that, and then we have enough ink to still be able to replay. Now here's where the decision timing matters, or order of operations, I should say. We must attack with the Fox first, because that has to get rid of the resist before we're able to swing with Tipo. You cannot do it the other way. And you can't say, I'm swinging both of these into Rhino, because that also does not work in Lorcana. My opponent was asking about my little hand marker there, and shout out my beautiful fiance. She got me that when she was in Frankenmuth for a Greta Van Fleet event last year. So I bring it with me to all my tournaments. Yeah, Colin Lorcana soft. He's got a fiance. He's soft. He loves love. Yeah, shut up and play Lorcana. All right. So going into this turn here, we have Elsa in hand, 2 of them actually. So we're gonna tap down the lady, take it out. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. Granted, we only have 1 card in hand, which is never super fun. I love having lots of cards in hand, but at least we have another Elsa ready to go if we place another threat that we need tapped down, like a piglet or something, or even another lady.
My 4th enchantment came in the mail.
Opponent's going to ink a Smee and play 2 piglets and take out our Elsa for the strength of a Raging Fire, which is a confirmed reprint for Fabled, which is super hype. We're just going to play down our second Elsa and take out one of the piglets. We'll take out the non-cool looking one. We'll keep the nice art on there for the screen.
Wait a minute. Didn't change anything in the game. Very good. Take it off. Goes for 1. 5. Pass turn.
Our opponent is debating here whether he wants to quest or not. Does have some threats on board that he's worried about. He's also worried about this Diablo, it looks like. So he's going to take out the Diablo. I'm going to get the draw card. More cards in my hand is always a fun time, so I'm not complaining. That's 1 less lore for the opponent. Not sure if that was the best play for him. And then not even going to quest with the P either. So we're going to play our Finders Keepers. Wonderful top deck. Oh, we have plenty of cards in hand. So we're just going to safely ink and quest and pass. Not too worried about anything else. Actually debating whether to quest the bell here or not because I'm scared of a Rapunzel trap. So I feel like that's exactly what I'm walking into. So we're just going to quest with the Elsa and then pass. And then our opponent's just going to quest away. Smee will take 1 damage. Yep. Look at that. It's like I read his mind. So if you had a superpower to read people's minds, is that like a cheating advantage if you're playing a card game? Because you can read people's mind and see what cards they have in their hand? I think that'd be an unfair advantage. Let me know in the comments. If you guys could have any superpower, what would it be? And I know it's not Lorcana related, but if I could have any superpower, I would have the power of infinite luck. I would have luck on my side, which I guess would be correlated to Lorcana, because you would always top deck exactly what you need. You'd also scratch the winning tickets on every lottery ticket you touch, so, you know, a little superpower for monetary gain, never hurt anybody. Got Lawrence Lands coming down. So we finally have the Hades in hand, so we're able to take out that 2 quester, and then send our characters on a quest to find some lore. We have a bunch of cards in hand now, and our opponent does not have a bunch of cards in hand. So we're in a good spot here. So I'm glad we were able to have a better start this first game, or better start than this first game, where we were also on the play. So we've had 2 games in a row on the play, and hopefully we can take this one, because we definitely weren't able to figure it out last game.
No, not right now, but when Elsa in play with Quest, I get to draw a card, and she has support. We'll go for 5, up to 14. Pass turn.
Put it to the bottom of the deck. Put this to my bottom of the deck.
So we are representing 7 lore on board, and our opponent has only 4 strength available on board. Yeah, so he's just going to scoop. He's going to play the last card in his hand, which is a Pete, and we are going to get going right into game 3. Game 3, we're going to be on the draw, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I think we'll be able to do pretty well still. So now we know that this is more of an aggro build and not like a Steel Song build. Because we saw no aerials, so we're planning in our mulligan for the aggressive strategy. We're keeping our foxes. I think we have another really good curve with fox plus Tipo, but we really need a 1-drop to make that combo work. So we could get risky and keep the bell in our hand. Or we're just going to high roll it. So there's a couple options. We could high roll for a bell, or for a popsicle, basically. If we high roll for a popsicle, we're chilling. If I think we need to keep Tipo, just in case. But we are not. We're going to pull 2 Monstros and 2 bells. So we have an uphill battle here on the draw. We missed our 1-drop. We got rid of our Tipo for the 2-drop, but we do have a sail, so we do still have our ramp. We just don't have bodies. We don't have bodies for the fox. So hopefully we are able to top deck a body for the fox. Or else we're just going to be playing bell on 3, which is never fun. But we have 3 bells in hand, which is gross. None of them are popsicles. I wish it was a popsicle, but we have a ink and a rhino for our opponent to start us off. All right, so now we're shitting bricks.
Bell, pass.
So our opponent's going to play down an Ursula and quest for 1, which is good news for us, meaning that he doesn't have the Shift Rhino right now. Doesn't have it right this second, which is good for us because that gives us a little bit of time to develop the board. We're probably in Monstro here, definitely ramping. Gonna hope that we see a popsicle. No popsicle. Cool. All right. We got to ink something and pass. Not looking good here, but we do have Monstro in hand. So basically our goal right now, ramp as fast as we can, get to Monstro ASAP. Getting to Monstro is like #1 priority right now. Get to Monstro, keep cards in hand, clear the board. Zeus comes down, hitting our genie, which is no good. Our opponent keeps questing. So we are on the back foot now. We're going to ink a bell. Elsa's coming down. We're going to take out the shift target. That one's the most scary to us. Yeah. Could have taken out a singer. Might have been a little bit better. But he still has 2 singers anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So we got another Zeus coming in. 2 Zeuses down. Our opponent quests for 3. 9-0 right now. We are not looking too good. We do have enough for Tipo plus Fox play here. That would put us at 7 ink for next turn. Being able to Monstro the following turn, which would be huge. So we're going to ink the friends, and we are able to bounce the Tipo back and be able to use that as collateral next turn. We're going to take out the Ursula because it has the highest singing power. None of the other characters on board are able to sing Zeus. Granted, we already saw 2 Zeuses down the drain, so likelihood of them having another one, not too high. But definitely more optimal to do it that way than to do it the other way. Still getting a song sung on us, regardless. So our opponent has 1 card in hand now. It is the only card in their hand. We got no cards on board, and it's currently 9-0. He could quest for 2 more here, or for 3 more. My apologies. And not be scared. So honestly, this is good for us because now we only have to discard 1 other card to ready the Monstro. So we'll ink our Tipo to play the Monstro. Monstro into Cinderella, and then we'll probably... What card did you guys discard here? I'm thinking Tamatoa. We got no items.
Discard. Ready? Take out Lawrence. 1 card in hand.
So now he could take out this this whale using Pete. He's got 1 card in hand. Ooh, 2 damage. Draw a card. He's got 2 cards in hand now. And we have 7 damage on Monstro. We only have 1 card in hand, which is an Elsa, which is perfect for us since it has Rush. And Pete's going to take out the whale. Then we got a lady coming down with no trigger, which means the last card in his hand is higher than 2 cost. This is actually amazing here. Perfect top deck for us. So we're going to take out the lady, and then we're going to be able to bounce back the freaking Elsa and take out that. So now we got 1 card in hand. Isn't Elsa. We can tap any directed character they play, plus a fox on board. So even though the score is 11-0, we have a lot of coming back to do. Our opponent only has 2 cards, and both cards in their hand were 4 cost. So we're going to play the Rhino. And again, Rhino, this is still good for us with the fox on the board because we're able to swing into it, deal 2 damage to it, and then take it out with the Elsa, and the Elsa lives. One of the best parts about having high willpower like that. So our opponent, we are both on top deck mode now, and the genie is perfect for us, being able to refill our hands, and that's the gas we need. We got a fox, so we can quest for 2, and we can basically heal our Elsa here and get it back into our hand, which is exactly what we need.
Thinking.
Our opponent's really thinking here. They're in a tough spot. I mean, with only 1 card in hand, living off the top deck, what do you do here? Do you swing your lady into the Diablo to get rid of the lore? Do you just quest and be aggro? Do you do nothing? You know I have a Elsa in hand, so I can tap anything. So it makes it a little bit tough. So we're just going to quest, and we get the Monstro off the top. Monstro off the top kind of secures a lot. We could start clearing the board here, which I think is what we're going to do. We're going to clear the board before we slap the Monstro down, because Elsa can take out the lady and Fox can trade with the Smee. Fox trading with Smee is a great trade, honestly. We're getting rid of a 2-quester for 1 quester that's been around for a couple times already. And we're going to quest for 3. Our opponent is only at 4 ink, and so all they can do is just play whatever they get off the top. And all I'm going to do is quest. So we're going to play the Monstro. Since we don't have any items to get back, we'll wait 1 more turn to see if we can pick something up off the top deck. So we're presenting 6 on board. Our opponent can't take anything out besides the Diablo. That puts us at 15, and that puts us at game next turn. 2 turns. The following. So our opponent is on a 2-turn clock right now with 1 card in hand. We have no items in our discard that we're looking for. Our opponent only has 4 ink in the inkwell. So we get a Rapunzel with no draw, and my opponent's going to pass back.
One card in hand, right? Yeah, just 1.
Actually, they're not going to pass back. I lied. They're just thinking if they want to quest. What's the worst thing? What's the worst character that they could give us right now? I think the worst character they could give us would be another Monstro or an Elsa. I think an Elsa would be the worst character, honestly. So they are going to pass back. No questing. They're just going to try and get game on board within 2 turns. We got a Bell and a Crab. So the correct answer here is just play Crab to quest for 2. And they don't have any discard in this deck, so we'll save.
Nothing. Both
We'll
cases.
save the bell.
Yeah, I don't think I
But we're just gonna quest
We'll go for 6.
for 6. It's a 15,
Pass turn.
and they need to win this turn, or that's game. Spoiler alert, my opponent doesn't have it. Wonderful game though. I was very, very worried at the start of this game, especially starting out 9-0 and having no characters on board. But you guys can see the control that we can take once we get control of that board, how much damage Blurple can do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you are still here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.